Everybody, welcome back. This is BJ Gaming. We have the final team of the MLB The Show 25 series, the Texas Rangers. With 2K around the corner, I'm not guaranteeing the MLB The Show series will continue. I'm sure a lot of, you guys have enjoyed the series. I've enjoyed making these episodes. I enjoy, rebuilding teams and trying to get teams to win. I might even consider doing that NBA 2K26. Might try to do a series. If that's something you guys are interested in seeing, please let me know. I've done that in the past. That might be something I consider doing. So the Texas Rangers, a team that won a World Series 2 years ago. There's been all this talk about, Kevin Pillar came in there and he was saying like it just didn't feel like I forgot what he used, like just a very good chemistry type team. He kind of described it in a very just blunt way, like he just didn't feel comfortable there, and it just didn't feel like a team with good chemistry. Everybody kind of had their click or whatever he was saying. This is a team with a lot of talent, and let's take a look what they got. So Nathan Eovaldi, 3 years left on his deal. We'll probably try to move him because he's going to be 38 by the time this deal is in the final year. He's going to start declining rapidly and overall. Same with Jacob deGrom. As good as these two guys are right now, they're really going to start declining. You have Tyler Mahle. He's a free agent after the year. That's a decision we're going to have to make. Cody Bradford, who's 27 years old, also a free agent, unless that's not correct. I don't think that's correct that he's a free agent after this season. He's in AAA right now, that's why. Okay, so we have to add him to the 40-man. Jack Leiter, who a lot of fans are high on, had an up and down tenure so far. John Gray, who is in the last year of his deal. So a lot of expiring contracts and guys getting up there in age. You have Patrick Corbin, who actually has pitched well for the Texas Rangers. And you have Kumar Rocker, one of their top pitching. I don't know if he's really a prospect anymore, but after that, not much B potential. Bullpen, you got Chris Martin, a guy who's very elite out of the bullpen, but he's 38 years old in the final year of his deal. Depends really where we're at, but I do think we're going to move a lot of these veterans. Hobie Milner, final year of his deal. So there's a lot of decisions to make on the pitching front. Sean Armstrong, free agent after the year. Robert Garcia, 28 years old, has been a solid contributor. Craig Kimbrell, they signed in the offseason. Craig Kimbrell just seems like his career is just kind of winding down. I know he still wants to pitch and everything, but I still think he's a Hall of Fame closer, especially during his prime in Atlanta. I mean, he was amazing during them seasons, and we'll just have to see how Craig Kimbrell decides to hang up his cleats. But man, he's had a hell of a career. You got not really much else after that. Josh Forbes is the closer. Another year after this on his deal. Luke Jackson, also a free agent. Catcher, you got Jonah Heim, has another year left on his deal. Kyle Higashioka, and then no really top catching prospects. You got Jake Berger at first base. He signed for many more seasons. Hopefully, he can give us some power in the middle of the lineup or even like down the order. Marcus Semien, another guy who's getting up there in age. Can we look to move him and open up some money to use in other areas? Definitely a possibility. Ezekiel Duran could be a guy who fills a lot of variety of roles. Very good utility player. Josh Young at third base, 27 years old. It's been up and down so far, but he's got a ton of potential to be great. And then you have Dustin Harris, who could be a guy off the bench. Corey Seager, we're good at shortstop. He's owed a lot of money. He's only 30 years old still. This guy's as good as it gets at shortstop. Josh H. Smith, another guy who can play all over the diamond. You got Wyatt Langford, one of the best young hitters in the game in left field. Evan Carter could be a guy I look to move. Every time I get Evan Carter in franchise, I don't know what it is. He just doesn't perform for me. I've had him in franchise I've done like off video and everything. He just never really performs, unfortunately. Jock Peterson could be a guy we look to move. 18.5 million, and then they don't really have a lot of top prospects here in Texas. They need a center fielder for sure. And you got Adolis Garcia, who has a year left after this. He's also getting a little bit up there in age and has been a little bit inconsistent the last few seasons. So this is a team that has a lot of talent. I mean, there's no doubt about it. There's going to be a lot of decisions to make, but this is a team I think that can win another World Series if we make the right moves. So I'm going to get to it, see what moves we can make before the season starts, and I'll let you guys know. So this is the first trade we're going to make. We're halfway through the season already. Pavin Smith for Patrick Corbin. Now, John Gray's in AAA right now, and he's throwing the ball extremely well. We might as well call him up, have him take Patrick Corbin's spot. And we're going to get Pavin Smith, who hasn't been that bad this year. He's got a few years under club control. Gives us an extra outfielder to have us some depth. We're going to make, and I've had this guy in a lot of franchises, Adrian Morejon, who's having a great season, 2.25 ERA. He's 26 years of age, under club control for another season. For Chris Martin, who is, again, have another good season. He's been very consistent with his ERA, but he's 38 on an expiring contract. We don't want to lose him for nothing. He's probably going to retire after the season. So this is a smart trade long term. We're also going to trade another expiring contract. This is the offer we got from the Tigers. John Gray, who hasn't pitched at the major leagues yet this year, we did just add him to the 40-man and call him up. He's on an expiring contract, $14 million. We're going to get Matt Manning, who got offered to us. Many more years of club control, many years younger, and can fill that long relief role for us. So here's how our first draft went. Kerry Gaither, I think that's how you pronounce it. First round pick, third baseman, 22 years old. So he went to college for a few years. Going to be more developed. Hopefully he makes an impact. Eric De La Cruz, starting pitcher, 18 years old. Mark Park, that's a funny name. Mark Park, second baseman. Jonah Reddy, closer. Third baseman, Johnny Sloan. Catcher, Henry Villarreal. And then you have, again, our first round pick. So we got a lot of position players in this draft, and hopefully they all pan out. We're gonna get Brandon Lockridge. This is all from the Padres, who's in AAA right now. Isn't really hitting a lot. This is really just a salary dump for Jock Peterson, who hasn't hit at all at the major league level this year. He's only played 7 games, but he's due $18.5 million next year. He's a 68 overall. It's just not worth the investment for next season, so we're gonna make this deal. So here we are, our first trade deadline. We're sitting tied for first, 63 and 46. It's been a great season so far, but this division is very stacked. I mean, 4 teams over 500, 4 teams within 2 games of each other. So this is going to be a dogfight. And right now, 3 of us are in the wild card hunt. The Mariners are the 4th team right behind us. Like, that's actually pretty crazy how good this division's been. So let's say everybody's been and what moves we potentially make. So Josh H. Smith in that leadoff spot, 8 home runs, 32 RBIs, 273 average. He's been really good. Marcus Semien just hasn't been that good. We could look to move him and get off that contract. He has just not produced, and it's unfortunate. 28 home runs for Corey Seager already, 68 runs batted in, hitting 294, slugging 542. He's been phenomenal. Josh Young has been okay, 11 home runs, 47 RBIs, hitting 288, so that's good to see. Wyatt Langford, going to have a career year, but definitely expected better numbers, especially with a guy with 98 power, only 15 home runs. Hopefully he finishes with at least like 25. Adolis Garcia hasn't provided much. Maybe we look to get another outfielder. Only 8 home runs, hitting 247. Jake Berger, not bad numbers. 13 home runs, 52 RBIs. Jonah Heim's been really good so far. I mean, really, 15 home runs, 44 RBIs. Evan Carter, not bad numbers. 8 home runs, hitting 33 RBIs, driven in, 268 average. We look at the bench. Dustin Harris hasn't provided a lot offensively. Pavin Smith, you'll take them numbers off the bench. 9 home runs, 29 RBIs. Kyle Higashioka, 215 average. And then Brandon Lockridge has a hit. And we did have Ezekiel Duran get injured. I believe he's out for the rest of the season. Yeah, 4 to 5 with a torn MCL. He was hitting 322. So that's a huge loss. So let's take a look at the pitching side. Nathan Eovaldi's been awesome. 9-8, 2.44 ERA. Jacob deGrom's been good as well. 5-8 with an ERA under 4. Tyler Mahle, been great. 8-6, 3.05 ERA. We're definitely going to try to get him an extension because this rotation has a lot of question marks going forward. Cody Bradford's been great as well. 7-3, ERA just over 3. And then Jack Leiter with the ERA under 4. So the rotation's been getting the job done. Everybody with the ERA under 4. Cole went out of the bullpen, has been phenomenal. 11 innings, 2.45 earned run average. Matt Manning, who could be a rotation piece going forward, depending on how this rotation looks in the future next season. But 3.84 ERA, bad at all. Sean Armstrong, who we've gotten some trade, offers for, has been pretty above average this year. 3.61 ERA. Josh Schwarbs is getting the job done. ERA under 4. Jacob Webb's been awesome. 1.41. Hobie Milner's been meh. ERA close to 5. Robert Garcia, you'll take those numbers. ERA under 3. And then Adrian Morejon in that closer spot. 15 saves. He has blown 6 saves, but 2.82 ERA. So on the pitching side, really, I'm happy with the production we've got. Like, there's nobody really, struggling at all on this pitching side. So that's what you love to see. So I think really we just need to get another bat. Maybe move some of these veterans with long-term money tied up like Marcus Semien and see what we can do there. So I'll look through and see if there's any moves we can make. So we're going to trade for Dylan Cruz for the Nationals. He's young. He's got plenty of club control. He's not having the best season, but he still would be a much improvement over Adolis Garcia at this point. We're going to trade Maxton Martin, who's a D-level potential prospect, 19 years old. We're going to give them our top prospect, Sebastian Walcott, right here, 18 years old, B potential. He really could turn out to be something for them. And then Adolis Garcia, who gives them a power bat, veteran bat to put out in the outfield. But really the prize for the Nationals is Sebastian Walcott. So we're going to make another trade. We're going to get Gleyber Torres from the Tigers. He's on an expiring contract, but he's been awesome this year. 21 home runs, 61 RBIs, hitting 327. We're going to give them Isaac Tiger who is a 24-year-old starting pitcher in the organization. We're going to give them Marcus Semien to give them a second baseman long term. And we're also going to give them Alejandro Ozuna, who's one of our okay prospects. Ain't giving up a haul because he is a free agent to be, but this is a pretty good trade, I think, for us. First season is over. We had some league leaders. Gleyber Torres led the league in batting average and hits. Just an incredible season for Gleyber. He wins the batting title in the American League. We end up making the wild card. We finished one game back of the Mariners for the division title. But hey, we still got in the wild card, so at least we made it. Let's say it by day before we get this first wild card series underway against the Detroit Tigers. So Josh H. Smith gave us great production. 16 home runs, 47 RBIs. Gleyber Torres was awesome. 26 home runs, 86 RBIs, hit 324, slugged 512. Corey Seager, phenomenal season as well. 42 home runs, drove in 108. Josh Young, what a season for him. 18 home runs, driven 77 and hit 309. Wyatt Langford, you'll take that. 21 home runs, 68 RBIs. Dylan Cruz with 19 home runs, 65 RBIs. Jake Berger with another 20 home run season. Jonah Heim, you'll take that from your catcher, a 20 home run campaign. And Evan Carter just didn't really hit this year, but he is hit ninth, but just expect better from him. Pavin Smith gave us great production off the bench, 10 home runs at 258. Kyle Higashioka, 235 average. Brandon Lockridge didn't provide hardly anything offensively, and then Sam Haggerty was okay, hit 234. So offensively, a lot of guys did what they needed to do, which is great to see. We take a look at the pitching side. Nathan Eovaldi, 12-12 season, 2.47 ERA. You'll take that from your ace. Tyler Mahle, we did sign him and Gleyber to an extension, and they both, signed a pretty reasonable 3.04 ERA. You'll take that. Cody Bradford with a phenomenal season, 12 wins, 4 losses, and a 2.73 ERA for him. And then Jack Leiter, you'll take that from your fifth starter, ERA just over 4. Well, actually, DeGrom's our fifth starter now. He had a phenomenal season, 2.99 ERA. We definitely could look to move DeGrom in the offseason because the decline's already started. Hopefully gives us a good postseason run. Cole Winn didn't have a good second half, ERA over 5. Matt Manning was great, 3.13 ERA for him. Sean Armstrong had a bad second half, but still an above average season for him. Josh Schwartz, you'll take that, ERA under 4. Holby Milner, not bad. I mean, ERA just over 4. Adrian Morejon and and actually he's not in the closer spot anymore, which I did not realize. Craig Kimbrell actually got called out. How did Craig Kimbrell pitch? Was good, 1.74, so he'll be on the postseason roster. And then we have Robert Garcia as the closer, 13 saves. I think I'll move Morejon back to the closer spot. So here we go. Wild card round against the Detroit Tigers. Can we win a World Series in the first season? I don't think I've done that with the team. Maybe one team in this franchise series. We got Nathan Eovaldi, World Series, multiple-time World Series champion on the mound here in Texas. Here we go, 1, 2, 3 first. Gleyber against his former team. It's a solo shot, and it's 1-0 Texas. So we definitely needed that. Evaldi's the perfect guy to have on the mound in this situation because, he's won 2 World Series, but we got Tarek Skubal to try to get some runs against. Luckily, you have 1 run against him so far. So we keep the 1-run lead. There's a solo shot, though, as soon as I say that, by Drake Baldwin, and it's a tied game. So bottom of his solo shot by Dylan Cruz. So our 2 trade acquisitions are making an impact, both with solo shots. Maybe one more inning out of Eovaldi. He's rolling right now. But Skubal's been just as good besides those 2 home runs. Gets through the middle of the order, bottom of the 7th. Solo shot by Dylan Cruz. They take out Tarek Skubal. Okay, back-to-back singles. Don't want to test our luck. We're going to go to Sean Armstrong, bottom of the order, and gets out of it. What a job right there. Brant Herter on the mound. Solo shot by Gleyber. Him and Dylan Cruz have been our complete offense. We're going to go to Adrian Morejon here, top of the order. And we get the win here in Game 1 thanks to our 2 trade acquisitions. We're going to sim Game 2, save a little bit of time. We lose that. So a do-or-die Game 3 in Texas. Well, I haven't had the best of luck. You guys have watched a lot of these videos. You guys know I have not had the best of luck in do-or-die games. Cody Bradford on the mound, 1, 2, 3 first against Casey Mize. Gives up a leadoff double, a walk, but nothing comes out of it. Around the score. Pause, by the way. Single. Marcus Semien. I don't know why I keep saying his name. Semien. Marcus Semien. Top of the order. And that's a good bunt opportunity right there. Solo shot by Spencer Torkelson. Gets them on the board. So our offense has to get going here. We score a run. Runner gets thrown out. We hit into a double play. Maybe one more inning out of Cody Bradford here. He gets the job. So 6 strong innings, a 1-run ball. Strikes out the side Casey Mize. We're going to go to Matt Manning against his former team, middle of the order. Gets out of the 7th inning. Tommy Canley in the face the bottom of the order. Gives up a 2-out single, another single, and a fielder's choice. Let's see if we can get another inning out of Matt Manning. Bottom of the order. Great job by him. Tommy Canley still in the game. Leadoff single by Corey Seager. A walk, strikeout, flyout. And Jake Berger hits the go-ahead run. So we have the lead. We go to our closer, leadoff single and a stolen base. Runner gets thrown out back-to-back times, and we escape, and we will be taking on the Yankees in the next round. Game 1, we're facing Carlos Rodon, and he gets out of the first inning. Nathan Eovaldi on the mound here in Game 1 for us. And I always run to the Yankees in the postseason. It seems like we always run to them no matter what team I'm using. So far, it's been a pitching duel between these two teams. Top of the order, 3 straight ground outs, leadoff double, doesn't come around to score. Nathan Eovaldi, leadoff double again, a hit by pitch. And he gets out of the bases loaded jam. Wow, bottom of the order, leadoff single, caught stealing, another single and a flyout. So 6 strong innings by both starters. Leadoff walk and a double play, another walk and a ground out. A leadoff double by Oswaldo Cabrera. So it's time to take him out. We go to Josh Schwartz here, and he gets out of the jam. So we got Jonah Heim pops up, and our offense, both offenses have not done a whole lot. So we got Sean Armstrong, walks 3 straight hitters. We're going to go to Hobie Milner here. Strikeout, 2-run score, and the Yankees take a 2-0 lead heading into the 9th inning. Carlos Rodon still in the game. We got 2 on, 2 out. And we do not get any runs against the Yankees. Just shut us down in Game 1. We got to bounce back here. Bullpen let us down. Really, the offense let us down. We did not even get a run. So we got Jacob deGrom here in Game 2 against Max Fried. Let's see if deGrom can get us tied in this series. Little bit of a jam, and it's getting ugly already. 2-0. Our offense has to get going, though. I mean, our pitching ain't going to be perfect against a lineup like the Yankees, but we got to get some offensive support going here. I mean, we've had some runners on base, but Max Fried is shutting us down. deGrom, 4 strong innings so far. 2-run game-time bomb by Dylan Cruz. By Dylan Cruz. And we tie the game. He has been awesome in these playoffs. Another inning out of maybe deGrom. So 5 strong innings. Max Fried still in the game. First and thirds, we score the go-ahead run thanks to Dylan Cruz. 3-run bomb by Wyatt Langford, and it's 6-2. Let's see if Craig Kimbrell can give us an inning here. He's in a little bit of a jam, so no Craig Kimbrell. We go to Cole Winn here, and he gets out of the bases loaded jam. Fernando Cruz facing the top of the order. So bottom of the 7th, we go to Robert Garcia to face some lefties here, and he gets out of it. Scott Efros in the pitch. Gets a double play, so we're going to go to Matt Manning here, bottom of the order. And he gets out of it. So Ian Hamilton, 1-out double, a walk, a single, and he gets out of it. So we go to our closer to tie the series up, and he shuts down the Yankees in the 9th. Dylan Cruz definitely gets the MVP of that game. I mean, he was phenomenal. So who will win? Not do or die, but definitely a pivotal Game 3. I mean, this is a momentum type of game. We got Tyler Mahle on the mound here at home in Texas. Aaron Judge has been quiet. I hope I didn't jinx myself by saying that, but he has not done a whole lot in this series yet. Back-to-back walks, 3 walks in a row, and the Yankees do not score. Garrett Cole trying to shut us down. Top of the order. Aaron Judge gets a single. I'll take that, not a home run. 2 on, nobody out, and we do not score. Leadoff single, we get a double play. A walk. So bottom of the order, solo shot by Cody Bellinger, and it's 1-0 New York. Solo shot by Evan Carter, solo shot by Josh Smith, and we get 2 runs, maybe one more inning out of Mahle. Solo shot by Trent Grisham, and it's a tied ball game. Garrett Cole with a 1-2-3-6. We go to Josh Schwartz here. Solo shot by Anthony Volpe, and this game, man. So we go to Sean Armstrong. He gives up another run. So bottom of the 7th, Garrett Cole gives up a 1-out single, first and third. Tim Hill, and he gets out of it. So we go to Hobie Milner here to face some lefties. A walk, another walk, and a flyout. So bottom of the 8th against Luke Weaver. Josh Young singles, Wyatt Langford singles, strikeout, 1-run scores, and Devin Williams gets out of it. So a 1-run game. We go to Robert Garcia, 1, 2, 3. So bottom of the ninth, Devin Williams against Josh H. Smith strikeout, Gleyber Torres ground out, and a ground out to Corey Seager. So we lose a pivotal game 3 to the Yankees. So we got to win back-to-back games to advance to the next round. That is tough. Okay, so we got Cody Bradford on the mound. Can he get us to a pivotal game 5? Gets out of the first inning. We might be in store for another pitching duel. I hope I didn't just jinx it. Luckily, I did that in Carlos Rodon, a little bit of a jam, but our offense can't get nothing going. So far, both starters rolling. We do not get any run that inning. So 5 innings, or 4 innings by each starter. 6th inning. So bottom of the 6th against Rodon. Maybe another inning out of Cody Bradford. He's been phenomenal in this game. 7 strong innings. Carlos Rodon's still in the game as well. Maybe one more inning. We're going to go for it. And I jinxed myself. I shouldn't have left him in. He was rolling. We go to Matt Manning. Bottom of the 8th against Rodon. Leadoff walk and a double play. Yikes. So bottom of the 9th, our season on the line. Josh Young against Devin Williams. Single. Let's see, do we pinch run here? Who do we have? We have Pavin Smith, not a lot of speed. Lockridge, 91 speed. Okay, we're going to go to... He can't play third base. We don't have nobody to play third. That's tough. Jonah Heim, fly out. Jake Berger, fly out. Dylan Cruz, fly out. And our season is over, ladies and gentlemen. My faith in my starter, Cody Bradford, probably bit us. The Yankees go on to win the World Series. So first season, I would say was a success. We made the playoffs. We made it deep into the postseason, at least the first round. I shouldn't say deep in the postseason. But now we got some decisions to make. So I'm going to make a lot of decisions, and I will see you guys at the start of the second season. So here we go, start of the second season. Can we make it farther in the postseason? We're about to find out. We ended up trading Eovaldi. We traded DeGrom. We had about $100 million to spend in free agency, and that's including Marcus Semien. You know, get rid of his contract. Like, getting rid of these veteran contracts really made it where we can go out and really improve this team. So we went out and signed Framber Valdez, 32 years old, 2-year deal, $35.1 million per year. Had a phenomenal year last year. Our rotation, you could say, took a little bit of a step back, but I think we'll still be fine. We also signed Zach Eflin to a 4-year deal. Had a really good year last year as well. So we had 2 veterans in this rotation that are younger and cheaper than well, Valdez is a little bit more, I think, expensive than what DeGrom and Eovaldi were, but he's a lot younger and not going to decline in this franchise. We did get Hunter Gaddis in one of the trades, who didn't have the greatest year last year, but he has another bullpen piece that we really needed. We also got Trevor Stephan, who didn't pitch the major league level last year. We'll give an opportunity to see how he performs. Ryan Helsley went out and signed, which, I mean, he didn't have a great year with the Cardinals last year, but it's a gamble. Hopefully it pays off, $7.8 million. Trying to see what other moves we made. And, oh yeah, speaking of moves we made, Kyle Tucker went out and signed. We had the money. We gave him $34.1 million. We needed another outfielder. We don't know if Evan Carr is really going to be a long-term answer, especially when we're trying to win right now. So we have an outfield right now of Dylan Cruz, Wyatt Langford, and Kyle Tucker. And that is a phenomenal outfield. And I think this team's ready to win a World Series, so let's get right to it. In the first round, right fielder. I know we got Kyle Tucker. We could always use some extra outfield depth. Josh Whitman, relief pitcher. Derek Driver, relief pitcher. Alex Phillips, another right fielder. Ken Ross, a relief pitcher. So we drafted some outfield and some relief pitchers in this draft. Trade deadline, we're sitting 62-47, which we're 8.5 games out from the Mariners. They are on a roll right now. I mean, I don't even know if we have a chance to catch them, but we are first place in the wild card. So let's say everybody's been performing and what we might need to add to try to stay in that wild card spot. So Josh H. Smith, not bad numbers, 9 home runs, 41 RBIs, hitting .268. Gleyber Torres hasn't been able to replicate last season, which is going to be hard for him to replicate last season. I mean, he had such a good season. Still not horrible numbers, but they're definitely down from last year. Corey Seager, solid year, 21 home runs, 51 RBIs. Kyle Tucker with 20 home runs, 58. Josh Young, okay numbers so far. I mean, he only has 12 home runs, 41 RBIs. Jake Berger, you'll take that, 17 home runs already. Wyatt Langford just hasn't produced like we had hoped so far, especially for a 91 overall, only hitting .216. Jonah Heim in his walk year, not having the numbers I don't think he'd hoped. Only 6 home runs, 35 RBIs, hitting 230. Dylan Cruz isn't producing either. Only 7 home runs and 28 RBIs. That is it. That is tough. Ezekiel Duran, he gave us good numbers in that utility role, hitting 285. Evan Carter, not bad. Hasn't played a lot, but 250 average with 1 homer. Pavin Smith's been phenomenal. 378 average. And then Kyle Higashioka only hitting a buck 62. So could we look to move some of these guys like Wyatt Langford and Dylan Cruz? It's a possibility. They are struggling. They haven't really been good so far in these 2 seasons. I don't know what we'd get back. They're both high overall young players, so I'd for them. But we'll see what that looks like. And we look at the pitching side. Framer Valdez not having as good of a year as he did last year. 8-7, 3.52 ERA. Tyler Malley's been awesome. 10-5 ERA under 3. Zach Eflin hasn't worked out that well either. 4.54 ERA so far. Oof. And then Cody Bradford having a down year compared to last year. ERA up over 2. Jack Leiter is having a good year, 3.40 ERA for him. So 2 guys in the rotation really struggling. Matt Manning hasn't been able to replicate his last season either. ERA close to 5. Trevor Stephen, you'll take that. ERA under 3. Ryan Helsley's been a lot better than he was last year, which was with a hope. ERA under 4. Josh Schwarbs, not really as good as he was last year. ERA close to 5. Cole Winn, you'll take that. ERA under 4. Robert Garcia's been great. 4-1 record. ERA just over 3. And then Adrian Morahan, ERA 2.38. And then Hunter Gaddis saves. ERA is definitely higher than what you'd hope, but he saved 37 games so far. So we could look for another starter. Maybe we trade some of the players that are struggling. We'll see. We'll see what's out there. But if I make any moves, I'll let you guys know. It's over. We end up winning the wild card again. We win 96 games. Mariners win 102. I mean, the Mariners are just rolling in this franchise. I mean, they're really hard to keep up with. We win 11 games up on the Royals, though, so we dominate. Not the Royals, but the Astros. So we end up winning in convincing fashion the wild card. Let's say everybody did to finish the season. Ezekiel Duran, you'll take that. 12 home runs, 53 RBIs. Glaber didn't have as good of a year, but still not bad numbers across the board. 19 home runs, 73 runs driven in. Corey Seager, 34 home runs, 85 RBIs, hit 304. Kyle Tucker, he did exactly what we paid him to do. 33 home runs, 97 RBIs. Josh Young, similar numbers, but his numbers are down across the board. Like home runs and RBIs are similar, but his numbers all went down. OPS, slugging and average, which is unfortunate. Josh H. Smith, very similar to last year. Another 18. Actually, his numbers went up from last year. Wyatt Langford, not bad numbers. Expect still better numbers, but 22 home runs, 72 RBIs. Jonah Hyman, his walk year, did not put up good numbers. We'll have to decide what we do at catcher going forward. And then Dylan Cruz, we decided to keep 14 home runs, 56 RBIs. So the reason I didn't move any of them because we didn't really get any offers that you really go, yeah, that improves our team. Like, I mean, these players are young players. They just got to perform. Evan Carter didn't really do a whole lot this season, unfortunately. Pavin Smith had a great season. 400 average in 41 games. Kyle Higashioka, who's in the final year of his deal as well, didn't really hit. And then Jake Berger, who's out of the lineup now, hit 18 home runs. So do we put Jake Berger back in the lineup? It looks like they're platooning him maybe. I see they got Josh H. Smith. I'll at least put Berger against left-handers in the lineup. So we take a look at the pitching. Framer Valdez ended up giving us a really good season, 15-10, ERA just over 3. Tyler Malley with a great season as well, 15-6, 2.76 ERA. Zach Eflin, expected better. I mean, ERA over 4 just isn't going to get the job done. Cody Bradford didn't have like an awful season, but compared to last year, he definitely didn't put up the similar numbers. Matt Manning, who is now in our rotation, which I don't know why, he had a bad season. ERA over 6. Yikes. And then Jack Leiter, you'll take that, 3.72 ERA. Trevor Stephen only pitched 10 innings, so it's small sample size, but ERA 3.48. Ryan Helsley had a much better season, 2.78 ERA. We'll have to see if we can re-sign him in the offseason. Josh Schwarbs just couldn't get it going this season, ERA over 5. Cole Winn, similar numbers to last year, 4.50 ERA. Robert Garcia had a down year, 4.08 ERA. Adrian Morejon was phenomenal. We'll have to try to get him back. 1.93 ERA. And Hunter Gaddis with 51 saves. So overall, our pitching, not that bad. We faced the KC Royals in the wild card round. So could this be the year we win a World Series? We got to at least make the playoffs first. I don't know if a lot of y'all count. I always say this. A lot of y'all probably don't count the wild card as the playoffs. So Valdez, who's won a World Series on the mound against Chris Bubich, who gives up an early run, 2 runs. So it's 2-0 Texas. And that's exactly how we need to start off this series. Valdez trying to shut down the KC Royals here at home. There's a 1-out single, stolen base, doesn't come around to score. Bottom of the order, gives up a single and a walk, but runner gets thrown out. Bottom of the order for us, 1-out double, a single, 1 run scores. So it's 3-0. 6th inning, 1, 2, 3, 6. They bring in Taylor Clark, who's in a bit of a jam here. Bases loaded. We score 2 runs, but runner gets thrown out. So Valdez still rolling. 2-run bomb by Ramon Laureano. So he gives up 7 strong innings. Middle of the order, there's another run. So we go to the 8th inning. We're going to go to Ryan Helsley to face the top of the order. Solo shot by Jonathan India, and Helsley's not giving us, what we expected. We're going to go to Robert Garcia here. He gives up a run and gets out of it. So John Schneider gives the ball up to Michael Fulmer to face the bottom of the order. So we go to the 9th. We go to Hunter Gaddis. Solo shot by Miguel Garcia, and they do not get the tying run. So we escape game 1 with a 6-5 win. We sim game 2, lose that. So we go to a pivotal game 3 again here in the wild card round. It's always a do or die game 3, it seems like. So Zach Eflin, our free agent acquisition in the offseason, on the mound here at home, trying to get us to the next round. Not a good start, but he gets out of the jam. 2-out single, doesn't come around to score. Gives up back-to-back singles. They score an early run. There's an error. Doesn't come around to bite the Royals there. Hit by pitch, ground out. Top of the order coming up. Doesn't come around to score. Leadoff double and a single. A double playing the ground. So 2-0. We got to get our offense going here. I mean, Eflin's not been very sharp in this game. 5 okay innings. 1-out single and a ground out. So we're going to go to the bullpen. We're going to go to Trevor Stephen here. Gives up a 2-out single but strikes to the next. 2 walks, a fly out, and a strikeout. Man, that is tough. We're going to go to Matt Manning, leadoff double, stolen base, a walk, stolen base. We're going to go to Cole Winn, and he gives up 2 runs in the inning, so 4-0. Bottom of the 7th, Taylor Clark to face the bottom of the order, and we have just not been able to get nothing going offensively. We're going to go to Adrian Morahan here, 1, 2, 3, 8th. Angel Zerpa in to face the middle of the order, gets a clutch double play. We're going to go Josh Schwarbs. So our season on the line. Carlos Estevez to face Young, Smith, and there's a solo shot. Line out, ground out. Andres Munoz shuts us down, and we are eliminated in the wild card round. And that is all they wrote on this season. The Mariners win the World Series, and the second season ends in disappointment after a great regular season. So what do we need to focus on in the offseason? So rotation-wise, I think we're pretty good. Like, we got 6 candidates. You got Kumar Rocker, who could also be a starting candidate. Bullpen could use, if we lose Morahan and Helsley, obviously that's something we're going to have to focus on. Catcher, we're losing Jonah Heim and Kyle Higashioka to free agency. We'll try to re-sign Jonah Heim, but there might be better candidates out there. First base, Jay Berger signed. Glaber signed for another season after this. Ezekiel Duran can fill in a lot of void as well in our lineup. Third base, we're good. Shortstop, we're good. And the outfield, obviously, we're good. So really, catcher and bullpen is going to be our main, focus in this final offseason. Season of the franchise series, the final season of this video. Hopefully, we can wrap up this franchise series with the World Series. That's my hope. We didn't go out and spend a ton of money because we didn't have a lot of money to spend. Rotation's the same. We ended up adding Alex Garcia to this bullpen. I think that's a good piece to have. Was solid with the Dodgers last year, struggled the last 2 years. We signed him to a 2-year deal, $7.1 million. And then we re-signed Ryan Helsley, we re-signed Adrian Morahan, and then we re-signed Jonah Heim because there weren't really a lot of better catching options out there. And again, we didn't have a ton of money to spend. And hopefully he has more of a season than he had in 2025. We did sign Luis Torrens to be our backup catcher. We'll see how he performs. Other than that, this team's going to roll with the same type of squad. I mean, I think we got the team to win. It's just everybody has to stay healthy. Everybody has to perform, especially in the playoffs. Our lineup has not performed well in the playoffs. If that happens, I think we have a pretty good chance. So let's get to it. Final trade deadline. We're sitting at 70-40. 4 games up on the Seattle Mariners. And it looks like we're going to make the playoffs. I mean, the Mariners are 10 games up on the third wild card, so we've got a pretty good chance, I would say. Let's say everybody's been performing. So we take a look at the starting rotation. Valdez has been okay. ERA close to 4 so far this year. Tyler Mahle having a down year compared to last year, ERA over 3.5. Zach Eflin having a better season, which is good to see, 3.11 ERA. Kuma Rocker's made an impact. He's finally getting an opportunity, 3.79 ERA for him. And then Jack Leiter's been phenomenal, 1.89 ERA. Cody Bradford, he's gotten that long relief role. He settled in there, 3.39 ERA. Jonah Reddy, the rookie, 3 shutout innings so far for him in his young career. Alex Garcia has been solid, 3.84. Robert Garcia, you'll take those numbers any day, 2.85 ERA, 2-3 record. Trevor Stevens been a quality pickup. Like, he hasn't been amazing, but he's definitely been giving us quality innings out of the pen. ERA under 4. Cole Winn has not been good this year. ERA over 8 and 10 innings. Ryan Helsley, we re-signed, having a down year compared to last year. Hopefully he has a better second half. And then Hunter Gaddis, 29 saves, ERA just over 3. So pitching-wise, overall, it's been really good besides Cole Winn. Like, we are getting quality innings. Let's take a look at the lineup. Josh H. Smith so far is having a career season, hitting .312, slugging .517, 17 home runs, 50 RBIs. Ezekiel Duran's gave us his career year as well, 16 home runs, 54 RBIs. Kyle Tucker's been awesome, 29 home runs, 83 RBIs, and hitting .321, slugging .624. Corey Seager has been just as good, 31 home runs, 71 RBIs. His numbers are down, but he's still having a good statistical season. Josh Young, that's what you want to see from him as well, career year. So a lot of career years, or just what they were usually doing in their careers, 23 home runs for him. Jake Berger could give us a career year for him as well. He has 21 home runs already. Wyatt Langford, I think he'll have a career year, but I still expect more from him in this franchise. Maybe he'll have a breakout second half. Dylan Cruz just hasn't been able to get going in this franchise. I don't know what it is about Dylan Cruz. Every time I pick him up, he just never performs. I thought this would be different this time around. He just hasn't really gotten going. And then Jonah Heim, who's been injured, hasn't gotten going with the bat as well. But with everybody else hitting, he doesn't really need to hit a lot. Glaber, who's really a platoon guy right now against lefties, 10 home runs, 26 RBIs. You'll take that platoon role. Luis Torrens has played great when he's been hurt as well a little bit, but 3 home runs, 15 RBIs, hitting .282. Evan Carter, you like to see that, 289, 9 home runs, 15 RBIs. And then Pavin Smith's a guy who was really a good pickup all franchise long so far, hitting .286. So when I look at this team, I don't really see a lot of really moves we need to make. I mean, the lineup's performing well. The pitching's been good. Like, I mean, I can see what's on the trade block and everything. Like, we could go out and get like a Lawrence Butler or something to replace Dylan Cruz, but like, our team's playing well. Like, I just don't really see a lot of like, oh man, we got to get this position or we got to trade for this. I'll see what's out there, obviously, as I always do. But like, we're having a really good season. Now, that's not to say when playoffs get here that we're going to have that same success, because we've seen that happen many times over the last few franchise videos where I had these teams that play so well during the regular season, and the playoffs hit and they just flounder and just get shut out in 3 straight games or whatever. So I'll see what's out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if I just let this team ride out the rest of the season and see how we finish up. Playoff run of the series. You know, I'm getting a little emotional here. This has been a fun series for me to do. With 2K around the corner, like I said, though, it might be wraps on MLB for the year. Can we win a World Series to wrap it up? We end up winning the division by 7 games, 102-win season. Gotta love to see that. Mariners win the wild card. And let's say everybody performed before we hopefully put a bow on this series with the World Series win. So we had the starting rotation, 14-8 record for Valdez, 30.70 ERA. ERA is definitely up from last year. Tyler Mahle had a down year compared to last year. ERA under 4, 14-8 record though. Zach Eflin had a great season. We love to see that after paying him the money we paid him. 12-5 record, ERA 3.28. Matt Manning bounced back tremendously. I remember looking at like the All-Star break, or after the All-Star break, and seeing him had like an ERA over 6. He finished with a 3.34 ERA. And then Jack Leiter with an awesome season as well. So the rotation overall got the job done. Kuma Rocker gave us some quality innings, 4.45 ERA. Cody Bradford settled into that long relief role, ERA under 4. Alex Garcia, expect a better ERA, still a serviceable, season for him. Robert Garcia was awesome, 2.97 ERAs. Trevor Stephen, you'll take that, ERA under 3. Ryan Helsley had a great second half, 2.92 ERA to finish the season with 38 holds. Adrian Morejon had a down year, 3.51 ERA. He was hurt a lot of the year, too. I think he missed like a month or two of the season. And Hunter Gaddis, ERA's high, but 43 saves overall. So the pitching got the job done. We take a look at the offense. Josh A. Smith with a career season, 22 home runs, 75 RBIs, hit 294. Ezekiel Duran with the career season as well, 22 home runs. Kyle Tucker with a 40 home run campaign. You love to see that. Corey Seager with 48 home runs. Those two, we need them hitting like that. Josh Young with the career season, 30 home runs, drove in 94. Jake Berger got back to hitting a lot of power again, 27 homers. Dylan Cruz, not a bad season. 19 home runs. Wyatt Langford took a step up, but it hasn't been a big leap like I'd hoped. 24 home runs, drove in 61. And then Jonah Heim just didn't really get the bat going. And we look at Gleyber Torres in that platoon role, 14 home runs, hit 249. Luis Torrens gave us great production as a backup catcher. He might actually be platooning with Jonah Heim, hit 309. Pavin Smith with a 284 average. And then Dustin Harris went 1 for 12. So let's get this postseason underway. Who will we be facing in the first round? Evan Carter is back. I don't know if he'll be on the playoff roster. So we're facing the Seattle Mariners. This is going to be a tough series. This team played well in the regular season just like we did. And we all know how good their pitching is. We just got done doing a franchise video with them. So here we go. Victor Robles in the top of the order. Brian Wu on the mounds. This is going to be a pitching duel right here. So both pitchers, 2 strong innings so far. Solo shot by Wyatt Langford. That's what we needed. So it's 1-0 Texas. Middle of the order. Cal Riley gets hit by a pitch. Doesn't come around to bite us. So bottom of the order. Solo shot by Joey Weimer ties the game. Bottom of the order for us. An error, a single, and 2 runs scored thanks to Kyle Tucker. So middle of the order coming up. Valdez gets out of a jam. They go to Jason Foley out of the pen, gets a double play. Maybe one more inning out of Valdez here. So 7 strong innings. Gregory Santos in the face of the bottom of the order. We're going to go to Ryan Helsley, face the top of the order. 1, 2, 3, 8th. Gabe Spear in the pitch, middle of the order. So top of the 9th, we go to Hunter Gaddis. Leadoff single, strikeout. And we get the job done. We take game 1 of the series. We're in a sim game 2. We lose that 1-7. So game 3 in Seattle. This is a momentum type of game right here. I know it's a 7-game series, but this is definitely a momentum type of game. Zach Eflin on the mound against Logan Gilbert. Strikes out the side in the first inning. This is going to be a tough task getting to Logan Gilbert. He's going to be one tough cookie to crack. He's already rolling right now. Zach Eflin trying to match him pitch for pitch. Top of the order, leadoff double, a ground out, a walk, a single. We scored 3 runs thanks to Josh Young. We needed that. Middle of the order. So Logan Gilbert, if we can keep this 3-0 lead, we're looking in great shape. Middle of the order, a walk. We go to Jason Foley. We score another run, so it's 4-0. As Zach Eflin continues to roll, Gregory Santos in the face, the bottom of the order. And 7 strong innings by Zach Eflin. Do we keep him in the game? Okay, I'm not going to take that risk. It's bit me in the behind before. We go to Ryan Helsley. Gives up 1 run, but that's all they give up. Jared Koenig in the pitch. Gets out of the inning. So we go to our closer, Hunter Gaddis. And he slams the door. We take a pivotal game 3. Oh, this is a 5-game series. My bad. So we lose game 4. So it's a do or die game 5. Every series we have, it feels like we're going to a do or die game. Here we go. At home in Texas. Pivotal, and I mean pivotal game 5. We're going to go to Valdez here on the mounds. 1, 2, 3 first. George Kirby on the mound for Seattle, and a little bit of a jam here, but gets out of a solo shot by Cal Riley. And it's 1-0 Seattle. Our offense has got to pick up Valdez here. 2 walks, but doesn't come around to bite him. Solo shot by Cal Riley. This guy's just wanting to just knock us out of the playoffs. 2 home runs already. Can our offense get back in the game? Top of the order. So 5 quality innings. Hit by pitch, strikeout, single, and a ground out. Maybe 1 more inning out of Valdez. Okay, we're not taking this chance. So we're going to go to Alex Garcia. Gets out of the inning. So bottom of the 6th. And, man, we were just being shut down. So leadoff single. We go to Trevor Stephen here. Gets out of the inning, still 3-0. George Kirby's still in the game, and he is just rolling. We go to Adrian Morejon here. So George Kirby gives the ball to Matt Brash, bottom of the 8th, middle of the lineup, and he gets through it easily. Hunter Gaddis trying to keep this game close. So our season on the line. Could this be the final inning of this franchise series? Josh Young against Lucas Erceg, leadoff double. Jake Berger drives in a run. Do we go to a pinch runner here for Jake Berger? Okay, we do have somebody who could play first. We'll go to Dustin Harris, give it a little bit more speed. Dylan Cruz pops up. Wyatt Langford strikes out. And Jonah Heim grounds out. And that is the end of the franchise series. That is the end of this franchise video. The Braves go on to win the World Series. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had a fun time doing this franchise series. I've said that numerous times. I thought, I didn't really know how successful it would be. I've done a little bit of them in the past. I just enjoy doing these type of videos. And I might consider doing it for NBA 2K if my squad ain't really on a lot and I need content for the channel. If that's something you guys would be interested in, please comment down below if that's something you'd like to see. But as always, appreciate the support. Make sure to like and subscribe for always. This isn't the end of the content on the channel by any means. I got, tons of stuff hopefully planned. The Pro-Am content, if I can get my crew in there and you like the NBA 2K content, I'm going to try to get that going. No promises, though, because half my crew disappeared. They haven't been on in months. If you like professional wrestling, though, make sure to check out the LTQ Wrestling crew. We do upload to that every single week, multiple videos. There's a lot of wrestling as I'm recording this. It probably won't be uploaded until like 3 or 4 weeks after that, but there's a lot of wrestling. So if you like professional wrestling, make sure to check out the description below. As always, appreciate the support. As always, peace.